All right, so today we're going to cover the plans and design for building a custom home. So we're going to start by talking about what are the steps, and then we're going to go into the actual costs of what it takes to get the plans and design done so you can submit your plans to the city or the county and get the process started on building your home. So typically the first step is we will meet with you, your family, and we will talk to you about what are your needs, what size home do you want, what level of finish, and we'll also look at your land and find out what type of land you have, what's the best positioning for the home on the lot. We're also going to look at what it's going to cost to actually improve the lot so we know how much money we have to budget to actually build the home. So once we have met with you and we understand that part of it, then we are going to establish a price point for the building of your home. And we will take that price point and that will get put into a design agreement. And then once that design agreement is in place, we will then begin to work with you to design floor plans and elevations, part of the preliminary design. Then we will look back again and look at the pricing and make sure that what we have designed is going to meet the budget that we are shooting for in that price point that's in the design agreement. So once we're confident through getting some bids and then also using some unit costing from other projects, we will take the next step and move into a final design portion where during the final design, we're going to get the structural engineering completed. We're going to get all the structural drafting done, truss calculations, Title 24 energy calculations. We're going to put that whole package together, and then that package will be ready to submit the city or county building departments, and then that can get submitted. And also during that final design phase, we're working with you more closely, possibly bringing in an interior designer at that point and going, hey, let's look at and get this figured out as far as the exact details so we can get our pricing closer when we do the actual final bidding on the project during that phase. So that's the process from design agreement all the way through to where we actually submit that to the city or county building departments. Now, there is typically a deposit that is due at the start of the preliminary design phase, and then also a deposit that's due at the beginning of the final design phase, and that's broken out into the design agreement. Now, what does this all cost to do? So typically, you're going to spend somewhere between 4% to 6% of the actual build costs to get the plans and design completed. Okay, so for example, if you have a $500,000 build cost budget, the plans and design would cost somewhere between $20,000 to $30,000 to get that package put together. Now, if we had $1 million build cost, then we'd be looking somewhere between $40,000 to $60,000 to actually get that package put together. Now, the reason that varies, there's a couple reasons, and I'm going to give you a couple examples here exactly, but it's going to be a draftsman is less money than having an architect draw it. Also, if you have a structure that has more porches, more garages, it's got maybe more complex structure, or it has some decks, or it is on a subfloor, those add to the engineering costs. So engineering costs are based on the square footage of the structure. So that's anything under roof or decks that cantilever out. You're going to have to pay by the square foot to get that done. Now, structural engineering is roughly somewhere between, $1.25 to $1.50, $1.75 a square foot, depending on the type of structure that you have. So when you're hiring a draftsman to actually draw your plans, you're going to spend somewhere in the $2.50 range. Whereas if you're hiring an architect, it could be anywhere from, say, $4 to $6 or even higher a square foot to actually get them to draw the plans. So now I want to jump in real quick and I want to give you two examples of two different types and sizes of structures to give you an idea of how these fees break down and how you get to that 4 to 6% cost. So our first example is going to be a 2,226 square foot home with a 576 square foot attached garage. Okay, this particular design fee on the front end, the way it breaks down is $13,000 for the contractor value engineering, design, budgeting, and selection. And what is that? That is the that is us, or that's your design build contractor working with the draftsman or your architect and your engineers and your Title 24 guy to get that package put together that would then go to the city planning department or county planning department. And that's going to cover all their time working with them, as well as the actual bidding process through the entire, from start to finish. Okay, so it's $13,000. Now, the draftsman, plans for the draftsman is $5,565. That's based off of $2.50 a square foot. Now, there could be an additional fee for floor plan design depending on the actual home. So that could range from anywhere from, say, $500 to $2,000. It just really depends on how many revisions that are having to be done to come up with a final floor plan drawing. That is not actually shown in this breakdown. The next line is $3,302, and this is for the structural engineering that we talked about. And this is based on a per square foot under roof for that structure. So, and this one's figured at $1.25 a square foot. Now, the Title 24 energy calculations, that's $250, and then you have an allowance for interior design, and this is used on every project. It's just a matter of how much. So this could be a little bit less, this could be quite a bit more. It could go to $10,000, $20,000. It just depends on how much help you need, how nice the home is, and what level of finish you're putting in it. So this is something that can be used on an as needed basis, but there is some interior design in every single project. And the total on this for this home, the plans and design, is $24,617. Okay, example number 2. This is a 4,400 square foot home with an 1,144 square foot garage. The contractor value engineering, design, budgeting, selections, $16,500. Larger home, it's going to take more work. Plans for the architect, this is an architect drawing, $17,600. This is based on a $4 square foot fee by the architect to draw the plans. Structural engineering, $6,259. And remember, there's porches on these too, so the 4,400 square foot livable area, 1,144 square foot garage is not conclusive of everything that's under roof, so that number is a little bit different. But that $6,259, slab on grade home, typical home would be about $1.25 a square foot, roughly. And then you'll have a larger $600 Title 24 energy calculation fee to calculate the energy calcs. Bigger house, it costs a little bit more to get that done. And then this one, we put a $10,000 interior design package on this home. It's larger, it's going to have more in it, and this is just a decent fee that you'd put in for interior design. Could be more, could be less, but this is just a ballpark to give you an idea. But total on that plans and design package is $50,959. So that is plans and design for a custom home. Now, there is a number of ways to do it, but we have found that this has worked the best. It's a great way to hit the budget that you are needing to hit by going through and starting with a design agreement and working with you, your draftsman, and your engineer to get all of that put together to establish and hit the budget that you're wanting to go after for your home. So if you want more information on building a custom home, the costs to build a custom home, or how to buy land, or even popular custom home floor plans, you can visit our website at tfgonline.com, and you can download a ton of information. We also have a very comprehensive frequently asked questions section that goes into a ton of detail on all the just regular questions that we get on building custom homes. So hope that helps. Thank you for your time, and have a great rest of your day.